Hello, I'm Rabbi Ariel Rakovsky. Welcome to another edition of Tefilah Tuesdays. Immediately after Psukei de Zimra, we recite the prayer vayevarech David. It's a prayer, but it is actually also psukim. It is quoted from Divrei Hayam, and it was David HaMelech's prayer. It was said after he organized a collection for all the materials to build the Beis HaMikdash. David HaMelech was not permitted to be the one to rebuild the Beis HaMikdash in his days. God told him that his son Shlomo would do it, and the reason David wasn't allowed to do it was that he was a warrior throughout his career, and a person who is a successful warrior, or who made his life through fighting battles, couldn't be a person who was responsible for building the Beis HaMikdash, which is supposed to be a place of peace. Nevertheless, he was delighted that he had the opportunity to lay the groundwork for his son to build the Beis HaMikdash. And so he, in his days, took a collection for the building of the Beis HaMikdash, and everybody responded generously and voluntarily. And so, right before we have the series of psukim that we read, that are David's tefillah, about the dedication of the Beis HaMikdash, or the future dedication of the Beis HaMikdash, it tells us in Divrei Hayam that everyone gave to this collection for the Beis HaMikdash, and that everyone was overjoyed and rejoiced in this collection because everybody did it voluntarily and with an open heart and with a great spirit involved. And so, this was David's prayer, that that all of the greatness and all of the glory belongs to God. There is a custom that we have that we give charity at the time that we say vayevarech David. There are two reasons given for this. Number one is that it actually is something that comes out in the theme, in the words of the prayer itself. It says, "Ve'osher ve'akavod milefanecha," that the honor and the glory and the wealth, they are yours, they come before you. Ve'ata moshel b'kol, and you rule over everything. So we acknowledge that God is the master over all wealth, over all material possessions, and at this time, it's an appropriate time when we acknowledge that to give some of our own to charity, to recognize that we are really not the owners of our own possessions. We are not the owners of our own funds and finances, but rather we are merely custodians. Another reason given for this practice is, as we had said before, the building of the Beis HaMikdash took place voluntarily. The donations were given from a spirit of volunteerism because people wanted to be a part of it. And they gave charity, they gave from their own funds what they had. And so we do the same thing at this time. We show that we also are able to give from that which we have in order to use it for sacred and sanctified purposes. I'll see you next time.